Okay, let's finish it up. I got about 5 more minutes. So, watch this. If I took this side CB, this A side right here, do you see that? And if I took this, I could actually swing it around. See that dotted line? It swings around to right here, and guess what I could have? I could have another triangle. Remember what our original information was. Have I changed any of my original information by taking this side and swinging it to here? I still got the 35. That didn't change, did it, by swinging that side around? The 20 didn't change. Even the 17 didn't change because I kept it the same length, didn't I? And I took it and I swung it around to here, and guess what? I got a completely different triangle now, don't I? Do you see that? Now, look at our triangle. Now our triangle looks way different than the first one, so guess what's going to happen? This angle is not going to be the same as angle B. There's no way that's 42.4 degrees, is there? This little tiny angle right here is not going to be big old angle C. Look, big old angle C was 102.6. Look at that tiny angle right there. That's going to be acute. Do you see the ambiguity now? Okay, I can say that word now. See, it's the same information, but you can possibly, depending on how you draw the triangle, you could get two, separate answers for this angle. You could get two separate answers for this angle. What about side C? Look at side C. Side C was like way this whole thing, right, from A to B. That was side C before. But now look where side C is. It's this little short one from here, from here to here. All right? Do you see the difference now? All right, it's huge. Now, what we could do, hold on to that, Paul, if you would. All right, what we could do is, and we got some time. Let's just go through it real quick. I'm not going to redraw the triangle. In my notes, I did, but let's just take a look at this triangle right here. We'll call it, and I saw one guy teach this, and I thought it was pretty good. C really didn't. Well, actually, we'll call this now C2. We'll do it in green since I drew that thing in green. We'll call that angle C2. It's not the original C, is it? It's this little tiny one right there. We'll call that C2. So this is not the original B, is it? So we're going to call this what? B2. You follow me? Now watch. Is there any way to find this angle right here, this big obtuse angle? Well, sure there is. If this is 17 and this is 17, guess what's true about those two sides? They're equal to each other. So what do I have? What is this triangle right here? From B2 to C2 to B. That triangle right there. What kind of triangle is that? It's isosceles. So if it's isosceles, the opposite angles are going to be equal to each other. So we found this angle already, didn't we? This is 42.4, so watch. So this angle is 42.4. So how do we find this big obtuse angle right there? Subtract it from 180. And I did that, and I should just be able to do that in my head. Justin, what is that?
137.6.
Yeah, there it is. 137.6. Thank you. All right, so that angle right there is 137.6. Now, if I know this angle and this angle, I can find this one up here. So I take 180, and just due to time, I'm not writing it all down. 180 minus 137.6 minus 35 is 7.4 degrees. So this little tiny angle right here is 7.4 degrees. So look, I've got all three angles now. Now what do I have to find? This is still the same, isn't it? This is still 17, this side right here. I just have to find this side right here. And green's kind of hard to read, so let's do it in black again. So let's see what I'm going to do. I'm trying to find this, and that's opposite the 7.4. We'll call this little one C2. Is that all right? Because that's our new C. So watch what I do. I go C2 over what? The sine of 7.4 equals, and what else do I know? Let's use these two right here. Yeah, I guess we'll use that. So this is 20 over the sine of 137.6 multiplied by the sine of 7.4. That goes, C is equal to all this stuff, and once you throw that into a calculator, you get about 3.8. Try that, make sure that's right. So we'll call it C2. Because look, I've got new stuff now, don't I? I've got a new angle B, which we called B2, which is 137.6 degrees. What else do I have new? I got that new C, don't I? So I'll call that C2, and that's 7.4 degrees. So look, the same information. I use the same exact information. I got these angles right here, and that side, and then I've got these two angles right here and a different side. Two completely different answers given the same information. That's why we call it the ambiguous case. Does that make any sense? Okay. I think that's the best I've ever taught that. Right. I took a long time preparing for that. Let's see. It's Wednesday. I'm not going to give you any homework. We're we're going to go over the homeworks that you had yesterday, and tomorrow I'm going to give you class time to do some of these things. Well, I know. I'm going to collect it all. I haven't gone over it yet. I'm going to go over it all tomorrow, and then, anyway, that's it.